Welcome to my channel, Purposeful Play, where I talk about all things early childhood education. I'm Danielle, and today I want to share with you some of my favorite books about snow or winter. They'd be great to read and add to your collection when you're doing a snow or water study. And well, you can even see out my window here that it is a great time to be talking about snow here in Wisconsin, although you do see also green grass. Anyways, let's talk about some wintry, snowy books. Let's get started. These are in no particular order, and I don't have all of them with me, so when I can, I'll just put the little picture icon up in the corner here of the book that I'm talking about. So, of course, let's start with Jan Brett. This is actually a little snowy treasury book. It has the gingerbread baby, which I don't often read because it's snowy out, but the Mitten, one of my favorites. I love how the Mitten has all these extra, this is a heavy book, little stories that are happening in the little Mitten windows here, but also has the hat in here. So there's the Mitten and then the hat. And then there's also the 3 snow bears, which hasn't always been one of my favorites, but now that I've picked this book up, I'm really liking that one too. So there are 3 Jan Brett ones in here that I really like: the Mitten, the hat, and the 3 snow babies by Jan Brett. This is another one I love. It's called The Biggest Best Snowman, and it is by Marjorie Kyler. It was a Scholastic book, is a Scholastic book, and I'm sure you can buy it on Amazon. I'll link everything down below, but it's about a little girl who is determined to build a snowman. No, it's about a little girl who wants to do things by herself, but her aunts tell her that she's too little. So she goes out and starts making the biggest snowman ever. And she has some little critters that help her along the way. And as she's rolling the snowball, which I never saw this when I was first reading this book many, many years ago with my own children, when she's reading, rolling the snowball, it actually ends up spelling the word snow, which is kind of cool. Snowman, actually. There's the A, there's the N, and then she is really excited that she goes and tells her family that she built the biggest snowman ever, and then they come and see it, and they're really proud of her. So I really like that one. I think that's also a really good social emotional theme through here, because you know what, you can do things if you're really trying. Sadie and the Snowman is my next favorite by Alan Morgan. My niece is Sadie, so I think that's originally why we bought this book. But it's about a little girl who builds a snowman on a snowy day, and then it starts disappearing. Like the sun comes out and things are starting to melt. The carrot is eaten by somebody, and then she starts putting her snowman into a place where she thinks it might not melt, and she gets a little bit sad that her snowman is going away, and then she decides that she takes it and puts it in the freezer so that she has her snowman in the future. Over and Under the Snow by Kate Messner is another great one. The illustrations are, I like them because it shows what's happening, above the ground and then also underneath the ground. It's great to talk about what happens when snow comes and what happens to all the animals and what they do, but also the things that humans can be doing on the snow. Look at this one here too. So here, animals that are under the snow, and then animals that are on the snow or above and under the snow. So it's a good one when you're talking about winter and what happens during those cold months. Snowballs by Lois Ehlert is a wonderful one that shows a great collage. It's not really illustrations because they're not illustrated, artwork. So here's the Snow Mom. And so it's got paper and raisins and shells and peanuts and all kinds of things here. So great book to inspire children to create their own snowmen using all kinds of different collage materials. And then actually it shows too, the animals are taking away the parts of the snowman. And I like this one too because it takes the book and it flips it. And it's just kind of an interesting and different way to be looking at the book. The last page shows some really cool collage materials or any kinds of materials you can use to build a snowman, not just a paper 2-dimensional one, but a 3-dimensional one too. So a couple that I don't have or couldn't find that I also really love, Snowmen at Night by Caralyn. Oh, now I can't read my writing because I couldn't remember who the author was. Buehner, might be Buehner. I will put it in the description box down below. I love that one, and it's fun because there's a snowman with a pickle nose, like a pickle for a nose, not a carrot. So the children always love to try to find the pickle nose snowman in that one. And it's just very magical about what snowmen do when all of us go to sleep. A classic, The Snowy Day by Ezra Keats is a really great one about, you know, the first snowfall and sort of what happens during that, what can happen during that first snowfall. And the last one is Sneezy the Snowman by Maureen Wright. You'll have to go check that one out. It's really cute, and it talks a little bit about melting as well. So it's not just cute, but it talks about what happens to water and snow when they get too hot and too cold. All right, so those are my favorite books about snow and winter. I'm sure there are a whole lot more. Maybe if you have a favorite that I didn't mention, you could put it in the comments down below so people can start making their list of their favorites that they would like to add to their library. Thanks for watching, and stay warm and have a happy day.